Hi Red Riding Hood. So good of you to stop by for a visit.
Hi Grandma Cookie. I was hoping that you could tell me some more about life in the Song and Tang dynasties. I need the information for show and tell next class.
I would love to. Let me sit down. Now where should we start?
Well, I have always wanted to ask you this. Why are your feet so small?
It's very sad, but when I was a little girl, my mother used to bun my feet. Like this picture behind you.
Why would you do that?
In the Song dynasty my mother bound my feet because it showed that we were of higher class, making us more wealthy.
It looks painful, though.
Yes, it was extremely painful. It felt like my feet were broken, but women weren't treated very well and had to endure it. Small feet made women more feminine.
Things sure have changed, haven't they? Women have just as many rights as men now.
Yes, they do. I'm very grateful for this. In fact, women's had more rights in the Tang dynasty. There was no foot binding, so women were able to walk and do household chores.
That's good. Hey, what is this roundish thing behind me?
It is a gong. We used to use it for dances and entertainment. They were hammered by hand from the finest brass.
That's really cool. We use them today to make music. Hey, do you know what time it is?
Yup. It is 1 o'clock. Did you know that the Chinese invented the mechanical clock?
No way. That's amazing. Clocks and watches are part of our everyday lives now. I can't believe it came from the Song and Tang dynasties.
Yep. What time do you have to go home?
In a little bit. Hey, do you have a compass I could borrow? I got a little lost in the woods when I was walking here.
Sure. The compass was also invented by the Chinese. Because of it, many sailors and merchants and explorers wouldn't get lost at sea.
That's great. I wish I could live in the Song and Tang dynasties. It sounds like everyone just had a great time inventing cool stuff.
Although many great things were invented, life in China certainly did not consist of just inventing cool stuff.
Hi?
Being a woman made a big difference on how you were treated. Women were treated like objects, not human beings. Dowries are presents, usually consisting of large sums of money, that the bride's family has to pay the husband's family when the two get married. The price of dowries further proves that women were objects, to be bought and sold.
It's unfair to think that women had to be bought to be married. It's cruel.
Oh, but women weren't the only ones being treated unfairly. Children had bad treatment too, unfortunately.
Hi? How is it possible for children to not have rights? There must have been some absurd rules in the Tang and Song dynasties.
It is quite crazy. Children who speak out against their parents can be beheaded for their crime.
No way. Sometimes my parents want to make me do things that I don't want to do, and if I lived in the Song and Tang dynasties I would have to do whatever they wanted me to do. I would have no voice and no choice.
Well, you certainly are lucky to be born during these times. Gladly, many things changed for China when the Mongols took over.
Really? What happened?
In the Mongolian society, the Mongolian women were valued just about the same as the men. So when the Mongolian women saw how poorly Chinese women of the Song dynasty were being treated, the shocked and angry Mongolian women protested, and this eventually led to foot binding being banned. Do you have enough information for your school project now? What have you learned?
Yes, I have plenty. I learned that I should be grateful for a number of things. 1. For all of the amazing inventions that we now have, thanks to the ancient Chinese, and 2. I'm glad that I was born in these times, where women and children and men have equal rights. Thanks so much for telling me all about life in the Song and Tang dynasties.
No problem. I'm glad I can pass on this information to you.
One more thing before I go. Why do you have a mustache?
Well, it's fake, because when I was growing up in the Song dynasty I tried disguising as a man to gain more rights, and not have to bun my feet. But I couldn't take the mustache off to this day. It sounds silly, but I was very desperate. Being a woman was very hard.
It sure sounds like it. Once again, I'm very grateful to live in these times where women have equal rights.
Me too. I wish I had more time in these modern times, so I could explore the world, and live my life freely.
Thanks again. I have to go. Bye, Grandma.
Goodbye, Red Riding Hood.